What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the NFL 2014 season. This is week 11. On week 10, I went 8-5. There was only 13 games played. There were 16 buys. This week we have 4 teams, and those teams are the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Jets, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Baltimore Ravens. Um, let's see. The game that was already played was the Dolphins versus the Bills. I was on Twitter. I picked the Dolphins right before the game. I almost forgot. And the Dolphins did pull out that win, so I'm starting this week off 1-0. I'm gonna go ahead and go straight through the picks. Make this as quick as possible. Seattle Seahawks head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. I like the Seahawks in this game. Although the Chiefs has been playing good football, they've been kind of going under the radar because a lot of people expected them to be very bad because of all the losses they had in the offseason, but they've played some good football. But I like Seattle in this game. Although Seattle is a bad road team, I still like Seattle. Next game, the Atlanta Falcons head to Carolina to play the Panthers. And if you've seen my last recap of the game against Philadelphia, the Carolina-Philadelphia game, I roasted them, and I made a video after that saying they were an embarrassment. So I'm gonna pick the Falcons this week because the Panthers just things got to change. So I'm gonna pick the Falcons this week. Hate picking against them, but I'm hoping it works like a reverse psychology thing where you pick against them, they win. But I'm picking against them this week, and unfortunately against the division rival. Next game, Cincinnati Bengals head to New Orleans to play the Saints. New Orleans blew that game last week against the 49ers. I think they will win this time. Bengals have been playing awful. Andy Dalton has been awful this year, and last week he threw for I believe 84 yards, 3 interceptions. They look terrible. I like the Saints in this game. I'll say run over them. Every time I say that, they end up choking it away. But whatever. Next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to Washington to play Redskins. I like the Redskins in there. RG3 will be playing. He played last week. I did not know he was going to play last week. Buccaneers just haven't looked good. I'll take the Redskins. Next game, Denver Broncos head to St. Louis to play the Rams. St. Louis, they've been playing teams well. They played Dallas well. They played the Niners well twice. They beat the Seahawks. The game against Arizona was competitive, to near the end. I like the Broncos still in this game though. The Broncos just have too much going for them offensively. Defense not that great, but I think they'll better put up a bunch of points against the Rams. Next game, the 49ers against the Giants, who are currently on a losing streak. I believe it's 4 games. They have not been playing. They'll play good for spurts of the game. Then I don't know what happens. Take for instance that first half against Seattle was played amazing. I mean, then they go into the second half and they don't score any more points, and the defense just couldn't stop the run. I like the Niners in this game. Apparently, they struggle with running quarterbacks. So we'll have to see that if that's a trend. So I like the Niners in this game. Next game, the Minnesota Vikings head to Chicago to play the Bears. The Bears have looked terrible. I'm honestly going to pick against the Bears. And the Vikings are not a good team, but they've been playing better than the damn Bears have. So I'm going to take the Vikings in this game. Next game, Houston Texans, I believe coming off a bye, head to Cleveland to play the pretty good Browns, who destroyed, I believe it was last week, they destroyed the Cincinnati Bengals. I like the Browns in this game. The defense has been playing really good. They've been playing good at home. They've only lost 1 game at home. I believe that was to the Steelers, if I'm not mistaken. And that was at the beginning of the year. So I like the Browns in this game. Next game, Oakland Raiders head to San Diego to play the Chargers. The Chargers have been playing awful. Their last loss came against the Dolphins, I believe, the week before last. I think they had a bye last week. They have not looked good. For them to get beat 37-0 against the Dolphins, that's the last game that they played, and that's the game that's fresh on my mind. They look terrible in that game. I'm still gonna take them against the Raiders, though. The Raiders suck. So I'm gonna take the Chargers to bounce back with a victory. They need this victory, especially being behind Kansas City and Denver. They need this win. Next game, the two top seeded NFC teams, Detroit Lions, who are 7-2, been playing really good football, one of the best defenses in football. Coming to the season, did not expect that. They've been good against the pass. That's one of their weaknesses, which was against the pass. You knew up front they had the potential to be able to stuff the run. They've been doing that. Arizona Cardinals, Carson Palmer, of course, tore his ACL. That's unfortunate. Guy just got a contract extension, but that team has been playing well. They didn't miss a beat when he went out. They didn't miss a beat. It's gonna be tough for me picking this one. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. They've been playing pretty good at home. They have not lost at home, and their only loss came against the Denver Broncos in Denver, which is a tough place to play. So I like the Cardinals bring. Detroit Lions have not been putting up a lot of points. I think that's their main problem, but they do have Calvin Johnson back. He was back last week, played a good game. I like the Cardinals in this game. A close game. Next game, Philadelphia Eagles head to Green Bay to play the Packers. I think the Eagles just beat a bad Carolina team last week. I think Green Bay shreds them. Give me Green Bay. Although the Eagles are 7-2, I think the loss of Foles, Mark Sanchez, he wasn't the guy in New York as a New York Jet. I still don't think he's gonna be the guy here. I like the Packers to win this game. Possibly my game of the week right here. It's really close between the Cardinals Lions game and this one. New England Patriots head to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts coming off a bye. The Patriots also is coming off a bye. So these teams are rested. The Patriots have been good this year, especially after starting out really slow. The offense and defense started out really slow, but they've finally hit their stride and been playing great football. They beat down Denver the week before last. I'm gonna pick the New England Patriots. I like the Colts. I still think they're gonna win their division, but I'm gonna pick the Patriots in this game. The Colts could surprise them because the Colts do play well against tough competition. The game where they're normally the underdog, they typically play well in those games. Let's see. That one and that game, the Colts Patriots game, that's the Sunday night game. Monday night game, the Pittsburgh Steelers head to Tennessee to play the Titans. Tennessee has not looked good. Steelers had a bad loss last week, and it's another bad loss. They lose. Think about it. They will probably, they will be 8-2 right now if they'd went out there, game planned and played their game, played the other team just like they play tougher competition. They lost to Tampa Bay a few weeks. I can't remember exactly which week. Lost to Tampa Bay, then they lose to the Jets, and they look terrible. This is after Ben Roethlisberger threw 12 touchdowns in 2 games, and I believe he only threw 1. He looked terrible. They looked terrible. I think they were not prepared for that game. The Jets were. Simple as that. I think they come back refocused and prepare. I like the Steelers to beat the Titans. That pretty much does it for this week. I try to keep this video a little bit shorter, but it's kind of hard to do that when you want to explain why this team beats another. But as usual, I'm gonna have in the description week to week how I did. Let me know down in the comment section how you did each and every week. Of course, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.